I want to see this thumb knuckle. Okay, you're still too high.
He's
Yep.
carving.
He's carving, but I'm going to make sure that we're straight in the wrist before we start. I will not start with the carved wrist. Keep your shoulders in. Take your grips and bring them out. And come, don't be on the thumb knuckles. Okay? We're probably 10 seconds from a rest grip.
Totally carved there.
Yeah, you're both carved and you're too high. Okay? Rest grip. In the setup. Bring your shoulder in and leave it in. Leave your shoulder in. I want the wrists straight. Okay? Close your thumbs, guys. Close your thumbs. Now I'm going to close Daylan's hand first. Over your thumb. We're going Chris's way for center. Both you guys got to take it just a little bit. It's good right there. Now, I'm going to ask you if you want it over or under your thumb.
Over.
Okay?
Over.
Just wait. When I close it, don't carve your wrist. Neither one is. And don't go over this thumb knuckle. It's got to come underneath this thumb knuckle. Okay? Leave it there and do not carve your wrist. Chris, you got to come underneath this thumb knuckle.
Loading. Yeah.
There's barely any load here. You got to come. If I close your hand, you're going to be over this thumb knuckle. And it's too high. He's got. I get to close the thumbs. I get to close the hands.
His thumb is in there.
Okay? He's fine. I'm going to close the hands. You want it over or underneath your thumb knuckle?
Over thumb.
And do not cover this.
Ah! There was no.
It's an early start. Okay? Close the thumbs, guys. Okay? Close your thumb. Okay? Do not bend the hands or wrists. We got to go both of you towards Chris. Now, Chris, when you've got to be able to be underneath his thumb knuckle. Okay, so you're going very high. I'm going to start with you this time. Do you want it over or underneath your thumb?
Over thumb.
Don't go over this. Don't go over this. Okay? Leave the wrists. If I close your hand, you're going to be over his thumb knuckle. And you can't be. Leave it and do not go over. Wrist.
Big time wrist. Like is that
That's a
movement?
foul.
Yeah, I was
That's a
gonna say
foul.
that's a foul, boys.
You carved your wrist. We have one early start and we have one foul. Bring the shoulder in, you're fine. This shoulder's got to be in more. Okay? Leave the hands right there. Close your thumbs, guys. Close your thumbs. I'm going to close Daylan's hand first this time. Daylan, don't go over his thumb when I close it. Over or underneath your thumb.
Under.
Leave your hands. Do not close them. Under, you said, eh?
Yep.
Leave it there. Chris, I'm going to close the hands. Do not bend your wrists. Over or under?
Over.
Ready, go!
All fucking day!
Winner.
Woo!
Okay. This finger is too high.
This is low it's gonna go.
Well, if
I
it's as
can't,
low
I
as we
can't,
go,
his thumb is pretty
we could-
small.
Small thumb is fine. That's not any part of the rule. I got to see this thumb knuckle, okay? You got to be underneath that knuckle. And we have to have straight wrists. Straight wrist on this side, and now you're too high. I want it in center.
Take that wrist out. Take that wrist out.
Well, the wrist isn't bad, but it's the thumb. And it's not bad either. A little bit of wrist. Ready, go!
Fuck!
Winner.
All day too strong.
Same thing. Shoulders in. Want to see the thumb knuckles on both hands. And I want wrist straight. Your shoulder is good, Chris. You're going to have to bring your shoulder in, okay? I always start with the shoulders. Bring it in, leave it in. Okay? All right. Keep your shoulder in, Daylan. Wrist out on this hand. And I want to see this thumb knuckle in here. You're way over that knuckle, okay? Okay, you're still too high on that thumb knuckle. Okay, this thumb knuckle needs to be exposed. All right, I want you to, we have to go Daylan's way a little
Look
bit.
at that carve though.
It's going to be straight.
Right.
It's going to be straight before we start. Shoulder in on both you guys. This thumb has to be off this knuckle. Okay. I could give you a foul right now for doing that because I've told you so many times. This finger, referee's grip. Okay. Bring your shoulder in and leave it. Don't move your shoulder. Bring your shoulder in and leave your stance set. Okay? You got to be out a little bit. Close your thumbs, both you guys.
This way to Chris, just a tad.
A little bit towards Chris, guys.
Right there.
Leave it there, okay? Do not carve your wrists. Chris, I'm going to close your hand first, but keeping in mind, we have to be off this thumb knuckle, okay? You can be over or under your thumb, but do not come over this thumb knuckle. Okay? Over or under. Thumb tuck or over. Okay? Do not bend your wrist and do not climb over that thumb. Daylan, over or under your thumb knuckle.
Under.
It's a foul. We're still in referee's grip. I'm going to ask you, leave the shoulders in. Leave the shoulder in. Okay? I want the wrist straight. How are we for center, Troy?
That's good.
Okay?
No movement, guys.
No movement this time. Keep your thumbs closed. Daylan, I'm going to close your hand first.
Yeah.
Over or underneath this thumb?
Under.
Okay? Under.
Under.
Don't climb up and do not carve. Chris, I want to see this thumb knuckle.
Over.
Over. When I'm closing it, do not cover that thumb knuckle.
Just moved again.
Ready, go! Ah! Fuck yeah! Too strong! I want to see the thumb knuckles. Okay? I want to see straight wrists and I want to see thumb knuckles. Okay, take your grips, guys. Alright, I'm going to ask you to bring out the wrist. Turn it around, guys. Okay, wrist on this side, leave the shoulder in.
Good for center, Joe.
Good for center. A lot of wrist on this side. A lot of wrist, Chris. Quite a bit more wrist, both you guys. Chris, for sure you got to straighten your wrist. We are probably headed towards another referee's grip at this point.
Nope. Nope.
No. Bring it out. Bring it out. Wrist. Ready, go!
Yeah!
Chris, you're going to have to come down.
Keep your elbow down.
Okay, wrists out on both sides. Wrists, 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 wrists. Ready, go! Higher, low.
Low.
And for Daylan, low.
Yeah. Great.
That's good and tight, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, when you take your grips, I want the shoulders left in, right? And I want to see the thumb knuckles, and I want wrist straight. Chris, starting with you. Shoulder in more. This shoulder in more. Yes. A little bit on this side. We're gonna straighten out, but we have to go to Daylan's a little bit. Straighten this wrist out. Straighten, straighten. Both you guys got to straighten the wrists. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more on this side. We're good for center. Ready, go! Winner. Daylan takes it. 6 matches to 0.